viewers of South Sudan television, from wherever you are watching from across the globe, we wish you a happy 3rd anniversary of the independence of the Republic of South Sudan. With me, Kizito Oketa Modez, we are coming to you live from our studio here in Juba. And for those who are tuning to this live broadcast of the 3rd anniversary, which is being brought later on from Dr. John Garang Muzeliam, there you are all welcome to South Sudan television. And I will be joined in the studio, as my colleague earlier on said, Flora Nelson, with a group of scholars who are here with me in the studio. None other than Professor Sirisio Oromo from the Center for Peace, University of Juba. A pleasure having you on board into the program. Professor, of course, with your broad knowledge into issues to do with peace, even in Great Lake regions. Indeed, it is indeed a great pleasure to have you on board into the program. And I'm also joined by Jacob Duchol from Center for Democracy and International Analysis. It is indeed a pleasure having you on board. Of course, Jacob is a political scientist and also executive director of this Center for Democracy and International Analysis. And all of you, a pleasure having you on board. The country now is preparing to the celebration of the 3rd anniversary of her independence. Of course, Professor, this was a day, of course, after the 2011, when the declaration of the independence, it was the day the people of South Sudan were waiting for. Now, do you see we are now in the right space, where looking at the country down the line, celebrating the 3rd anniversary?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to come and speak about this event. And I would like to thank the SCTV staff, all of you. I just want to congratulate us people of Southern Sudan for these celebrations. Kizito, on the 9th of July 2011, the people of Southern Sudanese were setting tears of joy, because that was the first time for them to celebrate independence in their history. And it was with joy. And we have been expecting this to happen from time to time. And then on December 15th, people of Southern Sudan's tears would start because of what happened. And I hope this one, people would celebrate the peace. And this is my hope, that we have been expecting this to happen. Peace is still what we are looking for.
Yeah, looking at your experience now, of course, being in the Center of Peace in the University of Juba and a researcher too, of course, when we look at conflicts in Africa countries that has happened, especially in third Africa country, are you seeing a special lessons can be learned, and this kind of an avoidance of these situations can also be taken a lesson learned from what happened in South Sudan?
Yeah, we can learn a lot from other countries. You know, if we cannot learn, then it will be very bad for us.
Now, specifically, what case can we relate to, looking at South Sudan now in the eve of the celebration of the 3rd anniversary, which is more important to the nation?
Yeah, well, we are expecting our president in his speech to tell us, South Sudanese, what is there for peace in this country? Because people are yearning for peace. That's what our people want, to hear from our president. That peace is paramount. Not only us people of Southern Sudan, the whole world expecting us to live peace. That is what they are expecting us. Should have been celebrating this, when our country is in peace. But because of, some difficulties of achieving peace in Addis Ababa, it makes it a bit difficult for us to achieve peace. But we're still hoping that our government would, both with the rebels, should really sit down and bring peace. What the people of South Sudan want is peace. It's actual peace. But we want to also thank the government very much for protecting the people during this time. Not only protecting, even achieving, some peace in some areas, in some states, like the Jongole, in the Upper Nile, and in Bentiu. We really appreciate them for that effort. But we still look beyond that. that peace is very, very important. Not only because we are still enemies ourselves. We are supposed to be in harmony, with us ourselves, as people of Southern Sudan. A new nation. Can you believe that a new nation would have been an example in the world to live in peace and harmony?
Yeah, as we are seeing also live footage there coming from Dr. John Garang Muzalian viewers. Jacob, you are still with me in the studio here. Of course, looking at what Professor said, do you see the third anniversary will be a milestone of moving South Sudan to peace?
Thank you very much, Kizito, and basically the management of the SSTV. It's a pleasure to be back again for another time on this studio. And of course, this day, the 9th of July 2014, has been a day the South Sudanese have been looking for, probably to be able to see how best the South Sudanese leadership will be able to direct the state building and the state reconstruction. As you're aware that the 15 December incident actually kind of made the state to be almost crumble, and we scholars of state building and state consolidation, we normally say that the state building projects always face a lot of shock absorbers, and so on. If there are a lot of shock, so we know look at for absorbers, strong absorbers, to make sure that the project of the state collapse is not there. So what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing a scenario whereby the South Sudanese citizens are looking forward for some of the answers to how best will South Sudan really move in to a strong state building and a strong state consolidation, making sure that South Sudanese are all united to be able to move on with this, with the third year of their path. So I am more or less like mixed, because I'm seeing a scenario whereby that the South Sudanese say, look, we have been here now for about 3 years, and of course, we are not the only country in the world. We have countries that went through the same process of the independence in the sub-Saharan African and also in the East African region. If you look at Somalia, actually, Somaliland went through the same process that we went in. But immediately within 2 years, actually, they built their own strong institution. And Somaliland right now is one of the countries, though not recognized by the whole world, but is doing very, very well. So we would like to see a paradigm shift in political discourse in the South Sudanese society, actually. Because the South Sudanese society, actually, as we speak today, the citizens are more traumatized by all the conflict that they've gone through for a long time. So we'll have to see a lot of issues regarding to how best the president will be able now to give a speech that is strongly centered on capturing the unity of South Sudanese, peace, that is actually peace for the country, making sure that the deadlines really are met, because the South Sudanese citizens are also looking forward to be able to see that we meet the deadline of bringing peace to Jonglei, bringing peace to Upper Nile, bringing peace to areas such as Bentir, because the citizens are really in trouble. So I'm seeing a reconciliatory talk from the president, a strong talk this time around, to be able to say that, look, we are building the state and we are moving forward. The challenges are there, but I think there should be a paradigm shift within the elitism of South Sudanese politicians, so that it's no longer, Kizito, that we say things and they don't work out. So I imagine this year, the third year will be practice. If we say we're going to do this, we're going to put it in practice. And I expect the president not to give red line again, because the red lines are meant for the army, actually. The red lines are not meant for citizens. So me as a voter who voted for president last time, we're going to tell the president that the red line will not be made for the army, and then the red line will not given to us, because we are the employers. We are the citizens who employ people, the politicians in the country. So I expect president now to be more relaxed and more, reconciliatory to the citizen. I expect that, yeah.
If there is lack of commitment to bringing peace in this country, we will just deliver something which may not be practical. So people must really go deep, be serious. As you put it, the deadline, when people have been expecting this to happen. When we have been, we have been promised from time to time, we are going to bring this from us, okay? We're waiting, and we're still waiting. And I hope this time, as you put it, will be very practical. This is what people are expecting to happen.
Yeah, with the arrival of the delegates that we have seen the President of the Republic, or the President of the Republic of Uganda, who also officially arrived in that same events at Dr. John Garang now Museum. Viewers of South Sudan Television, and for those who are tuning to these live broadcasts of the program as we are coming to you from our studio, let us go for and cross to Dr. John Garang Museum with my colleagues who are there, Patrick Oyed and Amza Deng and James wasn't there, and see what is the environment like at Dr. John Garang Museum as South Sudanese gears toward the celebration of the 3rd anniversary. Stay tuned, don't go away.